morning students. I hope you all are well. So as we have completed our chapter number 2, microorganisms, friend and foe, and this chapter we have discussed about that how the microorganisms are our friend and how they are our foe. So as we have discussed, they help in making a varieties of substances like curd, cheese, antibiotics, vaccine. So that's why they are our friend. They also help in increasing the fertility of the soil. They also help in nitrogen cycle. That's why they are our friend, and they are our foe because they leads to a variety of diseases in animals, in plants, and in human beings too. Okay, after that we have discussed that some of these also leads to food poisoning. Some of these makes the water unfit for drinking as they release some toxic substance in the water. So student, that chapter was very interesting and we learned a lot and in that chapter. So in continuation of that, today we will start our new chapter, that is chapter number 3, synthetic fibers and plastics. About synthetic fibers and plastics. So students, the first thing is that as we have already discussed about, the fibers are thread-like structures. कैसे होते हैं? They are thread-like structures. Okay, and they are of two types. The first one is natural, and the second one is synthetic. So the natural fiber that we get from the nature, okay, they are again categorized into two types, plant fiber and the animal fiber. The fiber that we get from the plants are known as plant fibers like cotton, and animal fiber, the fiber that we get from the animals, are known as animal fibers like wool. Okay, so student, after this synthetic fibers are there. The synthetic fibers, we can also use the term artificial fibers for the synthetic fibers or man-made fibers also. So the fibers that are made by man in factories are known as synthetic fibers, man-made fibers or artificial fibers. Okay student, so next we have learned that fibers obtained from plants and animals are known as natural fibers like cotton, jute, okay, are obtained from plants, while wool and silk are obtained from the animals. Wool from the sheep and silk is from the silkworm. These fibers are spun into yarns and yarns are then woven or knitted into fabrics. So fibers are thread-like structures. From the fibers, what happens? These fibers are spun into yarns. Yarns are made from this. Clothes are made, and then yarns are woven or knitted into the fabrics. Fabrics is formed from this, and from the fabric we stitch our clothes. The fabrics are made into clothes and various other articles. From these fabrics we can make different types of clothes and different articles too. Okay student, next about there are other fibers, the man-made fibers or artificial fibers, that are also known as synthetic fibers. Artificial fibers are made from chemicals derived mainly from petroleum. They are derived mainly from petroleum. Chemicals obtained from coal and wood are also used to make synthetic fibers. The chemicals which are obtained from coal and from wood are also used to make the synthetic fibers. And if we talk about, there are different examples of synthetic fibers are rayon, nylon, polyester are some synthetic fibers. Next is, what are synthetic fibers or polymers? Okay, so next is, synthetic fibers are made of long chains of repeating units called polymer. If we talk about the synthetic fibers, they are made up of long chains of repeating units. Unit is there, single unit is there that repeated many times and form the polymer, and then they are known as synthetic fibers. And there is a specific polymer, there is a specific monomer for each polymer. Okay, the word polymer is derived from a Greek word in which poly means many and mer means unit or a part. So each of the smaller unit in the polymer is known as monomer. So the large number of monomer combine to form the polymer. Mono means single unit, okay, and polymer means many units. For example, ethene. If we talk about the polythene, and ethene is the monomer of polythene or polythene. Ethene is the represented by the formula. There is a CH2 double bond, CH2 is there. Therefore, the structure of polythene can be written as like this. We can see this like this, or it can be formed like this. Okay. So the CH2 is repeated many times to form the polythene. Okay, student. Next is or simply we can write CH2 and then it is closed under a bracket and n times. N time means the number we want according to the need. The monomer combined by the process of polymerization. The monomer units combined by the process which is known as polymerization to form the polymers. And the polymers which are used to manufacture synthetic fibers are called synthetic or man-made polymers. Okay, the synthetic fibers, the polymers which are used to make synthetic fibers are known as synthetic or man-made polymers, and they are made in the factories, okay, or in laboratories. Next, if we talk about some polymers also occur in nature, okay, so they are known as natural polymers. So the polymers that we get from the nature are known as natural polymers. Cotton is made up of the polymer cellulose, and the monomer of cellulose is glucose unit. Okay, cotton is a polymer of cellulose and it is a monomer. The monomer of this cellulose is sugar. The number of glucose units make up cellulose. Similarly, polymer found in wool and silk is protein. The polymer found in wool and in silk is protein. Okay, next is types of synthetic fibers. What are the different types of synthetic fibers? So the first one is rayon, and rayon was the first synthetic fiber to be invented at the end of 19th century. It was the first synthetic fiber, and the luster and texture of silk captivated millions of people. As we all know that the silk is very attractive fiber, okay, so it attracts the many people, the shiny appearance of it, and so therefore in an attempt to prepare it artificially, but we know that silk fiber is very expensive, so people done lots of attempt to appear or to form it artificially. Then rayon was produced, okay, rayon was produced and it resembles silk fiber in appearance, so it is known as artificial silk. We can also call it artificial silk. Next is rayon is prepared from cellulose obtained from wood pulp. The cellulose that is obtained from the wood pulp is used to make the rayon fiber, and it is also known as regenerated fibers because cellulose is broken down and then formed again. That's why it is also known as regenerated fiber. Next, if we talk about, except for its luster, it is similar to cotton in all other respects since both are produced from cellulose. The cotton fiber is also produced from the cellulose, and it is also produced from the cellulose, so it also resembles the cotton. Okay, next is wood pulp is first treated with sodium hydroxide and then carbon disulfide. First, the wood pulp is treated with the sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, and then with carbon disulfide to obtain a thick syrupy liquid called viscose. Okay, a thick liquid substance is produced that is known as viscose, and the viscose viscous solution is forced through tiny holes into a metal cylinder kept inside dilute sulfuric acid bath. And in this way, lustrous and continuous fibers of rayon are produced, and it is then woven into fabric and dyed in different colors. It is cheaper than silk and mixed with cotton or woolen fibers make blended fibers. Okay, it is cheaper than the natural silk, and then it blend with the cotton or woolen fibers to make the blended fibers. And blended fibers generally prepared by mixing a synthetic fiber to a natural fiber. Generally what happens, a synthetic fiber is blend with the natural fibers. Cotton blend with rayon is used to make bed sheets, while wool blend with it is used to making carpets. Next, after this, uses of rayon. What are the uses of rayon? So we can make a varieties of clothes from it. Okay, and it is used for making the carpets. When blended with the wool, it is used to make automobile tire cords, since it is a strong fiber, and it is also used to make bandages and surgical dressing for covering wounds due to its highly absorbing nature. So first one is, it is used as a fabric for clothing since it is soft, comfortable, absorbent like cotton, and lustrous like silk. It has two properties: it can absorb the sweat and all that, and it is lustrous like silk, so it is used to make the fabrics. Next is, it is used in the manufacturing of carpets. Carpets can be formed from this rayon when it is blended with the wool fiber. Next one is, it is used to make automobile tire cords. It is used to make the tires of the automobiles, as it is very strong fiber. Next one is, it is used to make bandages. It is used to make the bandages and the surgical dressing. Okay, and for covering the wounds, and due to its high absorbing nature, it can absorb the substances, so that's why it is used to make the bandages and the surgical dressing to cover the wound. So student, today we have discussed about the fibers, about the natural fibers, about synthetic fibers, and then about the how the synthetic fibers are formed, and then about the synthetic fiber, that is the rayon, that has the lustrous appearance, and also have obtained from the cellulose. Okay, so it is the rayon is similar to the silk fiber, so it is also known as artificial silk. So student, this is all about your today's class. Okay, that's all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.